Well, hello there. Today I'm at Cheney Stadium, the home of the Tacoma Rainiers, the AAA minor league baseball affiliate of the Seattle Mariners. Across the street from the road that goes down to the stadium is this Fred Meyer store, and though they're not supposed to, many people use this parking lot for free parking to go to the game. Then you go down this winding road. Over to the left is Foss High School. Then straight ahead of you, you see the outfield wall to Cheney Stadium. You keep taking the road down around this way, and you wind up in the parking lot. And at last, here's the front of the stadium where you enter to go into the game. Now inside, you can go up these stairs and there's a party deck up here. And more. From up here, you get a good view over the stadium. But one of the coolest parts is you can see the namesake of the team. Of course, the Tacoma Rainiers are named after Mount Rainier. There it is, right behind right field, just kind of peeking out over the hill, taking in the game.
Where they had stopped their cars, there was a mama bear and a baby bear, and they went off and tried to get about this close, taking pictures.
And Mama was like, like back up.
And the Rangers were just like, yeah, because. Yeah, and remember, I was right, technically.
Yeah, so I was like, oh, we thought that's why it came out. Like, you thought
Yes. Yes.
This particular game, the Rainiers are taking on the Sacramento River Cats. And though I'm not sure what a river cat is, anybody who's ever tried to put a cat in water knows that sounds pretty scary. I'd be less worried about winning a baseball game and more worried about keeping both of my eyes attached. Row! Hope you have fun stealing second base with one friggin' eye. I'm sure it's not always easy to choose a team name, but I do know that Sacramento chose wisely. Cheney Stadium was named after Ben Cheney, a local businessman who worked to bring minor league baseball to Tacoma. He finally succeeded in 1960 and had Cheney Stadium built in just 42 days to welcome the San Francisco Giants AAA team, the highest level of minor leagues. They were named the Tacoma Giants. This here is a statue of Ben Cheney. Notice the seats around him are wooden and blue, different from all the other seats. Now they had to build Cheney Stadium very quickly before the 1960 season opened. The main grandstand seats were these old-fashioned wooden fold-down seats taken from the Old Seal Stadium in San Francisco. Cheney Stadium went through a couple of remodels in the 2000s, including a pretty major one in between the 2010 and 2011 seasons. The old historic seats were replaced with modern ones, but they kept a few of those seats to preserve an incredible piece of baseball history. So you can sit and watch future stars from the same seats fans once watched a young Joe Dimaggio play minor league baseball. Willie Mays played Major League Baseball in the first 2 years in San Francisco, as well as many stars that came through Tacoma's teams such as Juan Marichal, Willie McCovey, Gaylord Perry, Mark McGuire, Alex Rodriguez, and even Ken Griffey Jr. for a few games. and so many more. So that's pretty incredible. And the seats they did replace were sold to local Tacoma baseball fans. I have one at my house. A number of other things changed with the remodel, such as replacing the old wooden outfield walls with padded walls and seating above the left field wall, luxury suites behind home plate. The silver bleachers that were in left field and right field were replaced with a grassy berm in right field and a party deck in left field. The front facade was changed as well, and there were a few other changes as well, including that large video scoreboard was added. This is Mariners All-Star pitcher Logan Gilbert, who was down to Tacoma for a rehabilitation assignment after hurting his arm last month in the major leagues. He previously came through Tacoma while he was in the minor leagues, working his way up to the majors. He's signing autographs for fans after his start and taking pictures with them. One thing I've always loved about the minor leagues is the players are much more accessible and much more willing to sign autographs for fans. And here's the Rainiers mascot, Rhubarb the reindeer.
As well. John stays even on Lopez. Oh, on the umpire, rather than only umpire. Unfortunate happenings as well on Sunday. Evan Johnson, the home plate umpire, gets a big series having come out with injury. All towards it.
Now let's have a look around the Rainiers team store and notice this cool mural of some Tacoma landmarks such as Union Station and the Glass Museum, with of course Mount Rainier in the background. Here's some little mini rhubarbs who are apparently at the dentist's office. Are you going to pull my tooth today? I'm really not a fan of the current Rainiers hats or uniforms. First of all, red has nothing to do with the Mariners organization. The colors should be blue and teal. And the R, for anybody that's not familiar with it, could mean anything. So yeah, not a fan at all. It really is a not so cleverly disguised corporate sponsor for the logo of the team. That is the exact same logo in Rainier beer. Now their old hats are my favorite baseball hats ever. They had them at the beginning of their franchise when they first became the Rainiers, and for quite a long time, and I hope they go back to them again. They look better and make far more sense. Here are hats from some of the former Tacoma baseball franchises. I'll get into that later, but you can see the Tacoma Yankees, obviously when Tacoma was the AAA team of the New York Yankees, and below that is the Tacoma Tigers hat, when Tacoma was the minor league team of the Oakland Athletics. And above them and below them are the Rainiers hats that I was talking about earlier. This is the Rainiers hat that I love and the logo that I love. This is the only Rainiers hat that I'll wear. There are a number of great things about it. Number one, it's the right colors. Even the mountain, they incorporated the real colors into it. I love the fact that it says Tacoma Rainiers on the front of it, and it has a baseball in the middle of the logo. And of course, it has a great picture of Mount Rainier on it. What's not to love? That's a beautiful hat. This one, not so much.
Steps in from his 2 innings so far. The first pitch to man runs inside. Secret gets away, but he's able to stay out of the way of it as it gets to the backstop.
And now back to the main concourse. Now here are some murals of some of the great players that have played for Tacoma and went on to become great Major League stars. You can see Juan Marichal and Gaylord Perry. They played for Tacoma's first AAA team, the Tacoma Giants. Tacoma has been home to 7 different AAA teams for big league franchises. First, in 1960, they became the AAA team of the San Francisco Giants, called the Tacoma Giants. Then they were called the Tacoma Cubs, AAA team of the Chicago Cubs. Then the Tacoma Twins and Tacoma Yankees, the AAA teams of the Minnesota Twins and New York Yankees. Then the Tacoma Tugs, the affiliate of the Cleveland Indians, followed by the Tacoma Tigers, whose parent club was the Oakland Athletics. And of course, in 1995, they switched to the Tacoma Rainiers, AAA team of the Seattle Mariners, who are just down the road. And that affiliation survives to this day.
He sets in the 0-2 count. Here's the pitch. Down off at the plate. Gets a piece of a changeup. Castano pitching in relief of Logan Gilbert his last time out on June 4th against Las Vegas. 2 2/3 in relief. No decision. 2 runs, 2 hits. 2 walks, 4 strikeouts. Deals the 0-2. Swinging this one locked down. Here's the 1-1. Fouls it off at the plate for strike 2.
Here's another pretty cool mural of Tacoma. You can see what appears to be Point Defiance Park, the 2 Narrows Bridges, the Tacoma Dome, and of course there's Cheney Stadium. I guess that up top is supposed to be the Washington State Capitol building in Olympia. Down the road from here. I'm not sure why it's in a Tacoma mural, but whatever. Down at the bottom there you can see Union Station, Old City Hall, and the Glass Museum. Over here are some plaques for the Tacoma Baseball Hall of Fame. Before the renovation, there was a blue door right here, and it led to the dugout and the clubhouses, and this is where the team's players came in before the game and out after the game. And they were really chill about letting people stand there and get autographs and stuff like that. Then after the renovation, they built 2 separate tunnels, one on each side of the stadium, and they're a lot more restrictive now. It's still a lot easier to get autographs than the major leagues, but definitely not as easy as it used to be. And this area used to be where the players' batting cages were at before the renovation. Now it's a children's play area. There's also a little wiffle ball baseball field in there. It's kind of cool for kids to play in. You'll see it better from up above in a moment. They've got it shut down right now, unfortunately, because it is late in the game. But if it was earlier, you would see the kids in there playing.
Learn more about recycling at home and on the go by visiting TacomaRecycles.org. Thank you for doing your part, Rainiers fans.
And as I mentioned earlier, over here used to be silver bleachers, and the same thing on the opposite side in left field. Now they've turned this side into some kind of grassy knoll. I don't know if they're trying to honor JFK, or if they pick pitchers by who wins King of the Hill, or what's going on here. It's all a little strange to me to not have a seat. But I guess they're becoming one with nature or something. I don't know. Of course, all this netting across all the baseball stadiums is a recent phenomenon as well. Now that hill over there is part of Foss High School. It's known as Tightwad Hill, because for as long as there's been a baseball team here, there's been people that were too cheap to buy a ticket that would sit on that hill and watch the games for free, especially on firework nights. And here's an overhead view of that little wiffle ball field they built for kids. And that's the game. The Rainiers win another one. After the game's over, many people like to head over to the tunnels over here for when the players come back in, hoping for autographs, or even sometimes they'll throw up baseballs, or even every once in a while they'll hand up a bat if they cracked one during the game. Thank you for joining me on my little tour of Tacoma's Cheney Stadium baseball field. I hope I hit it out of the park. Until next time, so long.